Hello everybody, Ninjo the Enlightened Gamer here. Welcome to another new Enlightened Vlogs. Today I'm going to dispense with the philosophical one more time so that we can talk about some great new developments in the channel and in my own personal life. First, I've been given an opportunity to move back to my home state of Kansas and to live for significantly less in a significantly better environment than I do currently. Now you might be asking, what does this mean to you, the viewer of Ninjo X? It means more rare games, higher quality production, and more investment in the channel. Because I'll be paying less money towards rent, I'll be able to put that much more into production. Maybe replace this junky camera, maybe get some official mics. Maybe if this show can actually start generating some money on its own, even bring a few people onto the show. And expand Ninjo X in a way that I've never expanded it before. Which brings me to topic 2. I've discovered over the last few months that Ninjo X is treading water. He's not really losing any ground, but he's not really gaining any ground either. And so I started really looking hard at my analytics. And I discovered something that scared me a little bit. To be perfectly honest, it scared me. What people like me to do isn't to be deep, isn't to be intelligent, isn't to be philosophical, isn't even to have fun. People like it when I rage. And I've got to admit that even when I'm editing those episodes when I rage, I'm having more fun watching those than I do some of the others. The problem with this is that I can't plan when I'm going to rage. Otherwise it wouldn't be authentic, it wouldn't be genuine, and it wouldn't be realistic. You're not going to rage after having a great recording session. So, what do you do? As far as X goes, all I can really do is just do more challenge runs. Season 1 was experimental. And while there are some games that are just tough enough on their own, or just cheap enough on their own, that they can make me rage without a challenge being in place, doesn't mean that they're all going to be like that. So whether it's a blind run, or a limiter run, or a completion run, or the dreaded Daredevil run, I'll try to do more challenges from this point on. As far as side goes, side's actually been doing fairly well compared to X. Because I've been playing more rage-worthy games, more difficult games as far as the recording process goes. So I think side is in fine shape. But a show that gets uploaded once a week cannot help this channel continue to grow. I need more difficult games. I can't just expect you guys to all jump on board with whatever project I do yet. I don't have that kind of clout, that kind of reputation on the YouTube space yet. And while I will still try to make things as interesting as I can, that brings us to Mind of Ninjo. The production values for Mind of Ninjo, compared to my other shows, is staggering. It takes me 2 to 3 hours to crank out an episode of X or Side. Even if I'm making a new intro, move that up to 5 or 6. It takes me 1 to 2 to 3 days to make an episode of Mind of Ninja. And I've started to discover that unlike the shows that it was inspired by, shows like Game Theory, Awesome Games That Don't Exist, and Yuri's Gaming Mysteries, Mind of Ninja just isn't engaging with the way that I've presented it. And part of the problem is that I've been dragging my feet, thinking that everybody's going to care about every little detail, when in fact, really, only the people who the game matters, the original game matters the most to, are going to give a crap. And again, that's not your guys' fault, that's my fault. I can't be like Matt Pat. I can't make everything make perfect sense. I can only theorize and I can only try. I don't have 56 hours to pump into an episode because I'm busy making my other stuff and planning for the future. So, also I don't want to rip off Game Theory or Awesome Games That Don't Exist or Yuri's Gaming Mysteries, because that just wouldn't be cool. So, I'm going to try and expedite the rest of this Mind of Ninja that I'm working on, and then when I start the new project, you're going to hopefully see a huge difference in terms of the format. I won't be dragging my feet anymore so that we can get to newer games, newer ideas, and maybe better production. See if I can't alter the way that I've been making these into a way that you guys find more acceptable. Well, thanks for hearing me out. Some of this is good news to some of you guys, some of this might be bad news. So I hope you stay on board, I hope you stick with this channel, and I hope, as always, you'll stay enlightened.